What's up, Aquarius? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a general tarot reading for the energies leading up to the new moon. It's going to be on the 14th of September. It will be at 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be at 21 degrees 59 seconds Virgo. It will be in the 14th mansion of the moon. I will post a picture so you can read about the 14th mansion of the moon, what it's all about, and what it's good for and what it's not good for. It's good for new relationships, moving, that type of thing. Good for healing. Not good for marriage specifically. This moon is also going to be conjunct the sun, and it's going to be making a transiting kite in the sky. I will put up a picture of what a kite looks like and what the astrology is going to look like. It's going to be the kite will be anchored in Neptune, or anchored by Neptune in Pisces, which is very dreamy, artistic type energy. And it's going to be, that was it, opposite across the sun and the moon. So it's, in Virgo. So this is going to be a good time for being very meticulous in planning about certain things. Be a good time to be artistic for sure. The grand trine of the kite will be in Earth. Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Capricorn will have Pluto in it. Taurus will have a conjunction between Uranus and Jupiter in it. For Aquarius ascendant, it will be in your 7th or your 8th house. So at least that's the house that's going to be activated with the sun and the moon. So it could be that you need to make practical plans or healthy plans around the way you have sex or that type of thing, because that's what the 8th house is about, sex and death or transformation. Maybe you want to make a big change in your life, a big transformation. This is a good time to meticulously plan it out, detail for detail, and what you want to change or transform in your life. 7th house is the house of your spouse or your one-on-one relationships. So if you're wanting to transform or change that in some way, this is a great time to plan that out. It's also a good time for making dreams a reality. It's a very psychic aspect, having Neptune touching the moon in a kite. It is based in Earth, but that actually is a good thing, so it won't be too dreamy. So you can actually have a practical plan for bringing things forth. Maybe even divine intuition, divine guidance coming through and you need to make a practical plan for what comes through, because it's very psychic. But when the moon touches Neptune, with it being conjunct the sun as well, it's something that may need to be brought out into the world. There will be a materialistic, grounded aspect to it because of the grand trine being in Earth. But if you can figure out that opposition, what needs to be brought forth, that'll probably be a good time to meditate, things like that. Spiritual practices, if you can balance that out, that trine will get activated, and them sextiles will get activated. And it'll probably be pretty clear what needs to be done, and it'll probably do a lot of good in your life and the life of others, because Pisces and Virgo are both about service and about healing. Healing themselves and healing others. That's what those houses are about too. Sacrifice in a lot of ways, self-sacrifice, especially Pisces right there was it. Time to take action. New moon in Aries, Aquarius. Time to take action. Looks like you got action going on. It's funny, I was talking about transformation because the houses will be activated. Yeah, you got the death card, which is a transformation card, but you also got a quick message coming in. You must have received some kind of message, maybe. Somebody could have died. Somebody could have suddenly died in your life. It's possible. Could have been a message, though, about something. I mean, this is either the current situation or question, right? And it could be something you're asking about, something you've been trying to create. And you're expecting some kind of message about it, or or you've received some kind of message about it. It could be a message about death, an actual death of someone you know. It could be also a message about something that's going to transform you forever. It could be something that you got a message about that completely transform you, and it's saying take action. So, whatever it is that you've been preparing, whatever it is that you've been trying to transform in your life, now's the time. The current path, some Aquariuses will be on this path, some Aquarians on the other path, some Aquarians may have a choice, some Aquarians both may apply. It is a general reading. The initial path has the 7 of rods that's being prepared, 6 of coins or 6 of discs, 6 of pentacles, because that's about giving and taking, understanding the balance of give and take. Then you have the Page of Swords, which is, again, probably a message. Could be an air sign. Could be you if you're a young air sign. But most likely it's a message coming in, you know, that you're going to need to be ready for, and it's probably going to have something to do with giving and taking. Now, if somebody did die, there could be some kind of inheritances going around, some kind of inheritance of property or some kind of inheritance of money, and you're going to get a message about it, and you're going to have to do something about it. And it's saying go and take action. Go and take action to get what's yours, if that's what it is. If it's something that you're trying to create, like a new something, if you're just trying to create a new version of yourself, like transforming yourself, you know, now it's time to take action. Be ready. Maybe it's giving and taking that you need to transform within yourself and the way you communicate. And that's what you're trying to change. So you have everything you need to take action in doing that. This other path, and some Aquarians may be on this path. Some may, like I said, you have the Hierophant, which is, you know, big corporations, you know, the church, you know, could be tradition. It's the Ace of Swords, you know, this is the sword of truth. And you have strength, which is, you know, all about having great strength or having power over the material world. No fear. She has her hand in the lion's mouth. The lion's licking her because she has no fear. She understands. And the lion understands that she understands. So it responds to that understanding and that knowing. Some kind of truth could be coming in. Could be from, like I said, some kind of inheritance. Getting a message like from a will. Could be having to go to a funeral or something like that. And you get a message about something you didn't know about. And you need to stay strong because, you know, situations like that can be sad. But it could be you get a message from like a big business that you work for, or you get noticed on social media in some way. Some kind of truth comes forth. Maybe something suddenly happens. And you created exactly what you were looking for. You know, it could be something like that. It could be a big job offer too. The advice, saying work hard. And you may have to move. But it's saying work hard to get from, you know, maybe stormy waters to calm waters, right? Because one side of the boat is, you know, rough waters. The other side is calm. And it's saying, you know, with the 10 of rods, you got to work hard. You know, give. Be generous. Understand the give and take. Could be that you maybe you're traveling with your family or traveling with individuals from your past. But it's saying work hard, and you may even have to travel in this work. It's, you know, what it could be saying. It could be going back to people from your past or a business from your past even. And again, if someone passed away, you're going to be seeing a lot of people at that funeral from your past. Family probably. If that's what happened. If it is, my condolences. I mean, with that death card there in the middle, it definitely could be. This is the outcome. Get the 10 of Swords, which is some kind of backstabbing. Could be the end of a cycle in some way. Get the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning. So this is probably the end of a cycle and a new beginning. And this is being established with the 3 of Rods. Yeah. So it's like, because you're established, this individual that may have died, because this is another dead individual, you know, it's going to bring a new beginning to you. Like it's kind of pretty straightforward what it's trying to say, but it doesn't mean it's like that because this is a general reading, so they can't be happening to everyone. So this could be just something that you've been working on to build and bring forth, and you're established in it. And now something happens, and now you have the opportunity to bring it forth. Like maybe there was someone else that was before you that was already kind of had the market cornered or was already doing it in a specific way. And that could be what this is. You're going to break away from, maybe it's doing the same thing, but you're going to do it in a non-traditional way and bring it forth in a new way. And then bam, new passion, new success, those type of things. We're going to get some clarifiers here, but it's saying it's time to take action. There's definitely movement here. There's being defensive here. And if you are working on an inheritance or getting an inheritance in some way, everybody's going to have their hand out, so you need to be ready. Cross your T's, dot your I's. Make sure every detail is taken care of. And this is a good time for that. With, like I said, with that kite that's going to be in the sky, And it being, you know, the point of it being in Virgo, you need to meticulously plan. Try to plan for everything that could possibly happen, any scenario. And if it's a new business or a new way of communicating, a new way of doing things, and it could be a new way of business that involves communication, like social media, you need to be ready. Be ready for any situation that could arise. Because a great transformation is happening, and that's just what it's going to be. But let's see what the cards say about that middle there. Let's see if the little deck confers with the big deck about death. If I see like a Two of Pentacles there, I'm going to think it's more about change than actual death. I'll see the Death card again, or like the Ten of Swords or something like that. Or like the Three of Swords or something like that. I might think it's so that might have been it right there. Two of Swords. Doesn't really confirm or deny. It's like a choice that has to be made, though. And it could have been somebody died that you cared about. You know, you got peace here, which is making peace with a situation. You definitely could be making peace with a situation. Or making a choice in whatever this message is. Because this message that comes in, you know, whatever decision you make is going to be a great transformation. It could be from a water sign, but most likely it's in a choice that's going to make you emotional in some way. It's going to be in a choice that leads to some kind of emotional attachment, either coming or going. And then you get the, you know, Six of Cups, which is pleasure. So yeah, I mean, I think whatever decision you make, it's gonna be fulfilling. I think you have to make a decision, or you have to make peace with the situation. You know, find the good in the bad. It's always there. The good in the bad, and the bad in the good. It's always there. Can't have one without the other. Conceptually, and just you won't even understand good without understanding bad. You won't understand bad without understanding good. They literally define each other. They are two sides of a single coin. That's why the yin yang is the yin yang. It's harmony for a reason. It's the good and the bad united. And you see the little circles inside the, you know, the half, which is the good in the bad in the good. And that's harmony. Knowing those things and using those energies. So you need to make peace with whatever this situation is. If you're just manifesting a transformation in some way, or you're transforming, it looks like you may be transforming like communication in some way for others, like, or the way you communicate. Like, it could be definitely social media type stuff. Could be just like in a business. You know, maybe you work in telecommunications or something like that. You found out a way to do things different and better, and that's what Aquarius is all about, innovation. So on the current path, you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is prudence. This is staying with it, working hard, sticking with it. So if this is, you know, like I said, an inheritance or something like that, you need to be prudent about it. Don't half-ass anything. So when it comes to people and money, people can be vicious, even your own family. I'm not saying that's what it is, but even if it's a business and it involves money, people can be vicious. You have the Three of Cups, which is abundance. And you have the Queen of Wands. So, I mean, you know, it could be that the individual you need to be prepared for is a fire sign. Or the individual that you're going to be figuring out the give and take on, like who gets what, could be with a fire sign. Maybe your sibling is a fire sign, or the other family member that stands to inherit, or your business partner is a fire sign, or the individual that did this before you that you're improving on it was a fire sign type individual. And it could be that you're just this is something that you're very passionate about, and you need to be prudent to create your abundance. And it's saying the time for action is now on the Moon card. So the time for action is now. And the Queen of Wands is all about action. Make no mistake. Could definitely be a Leo with that Strength card there. Maybe you have Leo in your chart, possibly. Fire in some way. I mean, we probably all have, I mean, most of us have at least a little bit of something. I have very little earth in my chart. But all of us have a little taste of something. Most of the time, well, you know, I mean, yeah, this could be. I mean, there's definitely feels like there's a path here. Like, this is the path that had the Hierophant that I thought would be the funeral, and it's got sorrow. It's got a Three of. So for some of you, you may have experienced a loss, an actual death. Because there's sorrow right there, and there's nothing more sorrowful than a funeral, I can tell you that. But it's saying move forward. I mean, this could be, I mean, say a chariot, it could be a hearse. You know, it could be the, you know, moving. Literally, you know, if we all pull over and we see the funerals coming down the road with all the cars and the hearse and everything. I mean, yeah. It could feel like a really futile situation. Maybe you don't want to go to this funeral, that type of thing. I don't like funerals personally, but I mean, I think you need to go and you need to take care of your business there if that's what it is. Could be, you know, sorrow about a situation involving a vehicle. It could be like a car wreck in some way. Then that's what happened to this individual. Could just be that maybe somebody was injured in a car wreck. Could be you were, and then you're having to stay strong in some way. And that could be where the money's coming from. You could be getting like a lawsuit for, you know, being in a wreck. And it could be saying, like, in the face of sorrow and futility, you know, stay forward, stay strong, like the chariot, move forward no matter what. You know, on the advice you have, you know, the Prince of Discs. So this looks like a message of money. Some kind of message is coming in about some kind of money. And this is interference. This is some kind of interference coming in the way. It's probably going to somebody be trying to step between you and that money, and then power. You got to know where your power lies in this situation, right? You got the Prince of Discs with the Four of Discs, but you have interference in between it, which means you're going to have to work for it. You need to take action. So if this is a new project or something, you're going to have to work hard. It's not going to come easy. I mean, if you're trying to shoot for the top, or you're trying to, you know, be the new next big thing, or you're trying to succeed in some way, there's always going to be competition. There's always going to be those that try to interfere. It's just the way it works. But no matter what, know your power. Move forward. Prince of Discs has a chariot. All the princes and princesses are moving, and all the princes have a chariot. So move forward through the interference. Don't let anybody get in the way. Do what you have to do. And if it's some kind of inheritance or paperwork needs to be signed, don't back down. Do what you need to do. Don't be pressured by anyone to sign anything or anything like that. Take care of what you need to take care of in your way. Yeah, movement. Could be people too. There's two knights here, but they're both, you know, knights in this deck are movement. It's saying it's time to take action. This is a movement card. Knight of Swords, you know, moving intellectually, moving passionately. Knight of Rods. Knight of Wands. He's moving too. But be valorous, be ready, be prepared for the situation. Seven of Rods again. And the outcome. You know, with this Ace of Rods, be prepared. Know all about your business. If it's a project, you know everything about it inside and out. If you're changing the way something's done or improving it in some way, whatever that may be. It could be just social media personality. It could be actual creating something. Like I said, it could be some kind of communications type situation. Like telecommunications, internet work, you know, because that's all communication. Everything's communication, really, when you break it down. And it could be some kind of great transformation that you figured out within that. And you're trying to innovate and, you know, start something new. And again, it could be somebody past, like I said. Could be a great transformation of self, and now it's time to move forward in that, and it's a good time for it. It's a real good time for planning, that's for sure. It's saying it's a good time to take action. You know, balance the give and take. Be ready. You know, if it's a big company, don't let them take advantage of you. Be ready. Be ready for it. If you're trying to create something big, you need to know everything about your business. No doubt about it. Whatever it is that you're trying to create, it's gonna be a lot of. You're gonna have to work hard though, and you may even have to travel for this. If it's like a new job or something like that, you may have to travel, and it could be just that you're working hard to go from rough waters to calm waters, and that may be where it's happening. But movement is the name of the game right now, and it's like I said, this Mansion of the Moon is good for moving. It is. So if you want to move home, it's a good time for that as well. At least planning it out. You have a better time with it, be more successful. Anyway, that's all I have, Aquarius. Please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. It does help. It helps the YouTube algorithm notice my video and more likely to suggest it to others. Those metrics help it do that. You don't have to if you don't want to, though. I'm just grateful that you're here, even if just for a minute or two for the view. It means a lot to me. But either way, looks like an interesting new moon coming up for you, Aquarius, and I wish you the best. Thank you for being here.